morning, gang. How are we all? We are doing the usual beach walk. Actually, do a beach run, but I walk for you guys because it's been well. I could run and do this, but it's a little disrupting. So the better tune in. Now we're going to be talking a bit more about frequency today because I have been testing my device, the Healing, and it is the only device, at least that I know of. If you know of others, let me know. That comes in a little wearable unit. I haven't got it on out here at the moment because it was flashing. I've been using it so much and testing, and I'm starting to get some interesting early results, both quantitative and qualitative. So last night, in fact the last few nights, interesting things have been changing in my sleep. Now, I run one of their sleep programs. It was Sleep SYST. I think that's shortened system or something. I don't know. But last night, and I got some increase, and I don't know whether it's correlation yet, but I got some increase in my REM. Now, usually I crush my deep sleep. You need to get, if you remember on previous little better tune-ins, you need to get between 25 to 30% of deep sleep, and that'll usually happen the first half of the night, right? And my REM sleep, you've got to have 20 to 25%, usually happens in the second half of the night. In fact, probably in the last third. So if you wake up early, you could be cutting yourself short of REM sleep. That is the one that's most important because that's when you process emotional and mental stuff, right? It's really healthy for, hey Claire, love your testing, Tony. I'm all about qualitative and quantitative evidencing, of course. As a fellow biotype, as a crusader in the epigenetic speak, I understand. What I've noticed is that, so usually I will get around, it can be, on a rough night, 11, 12% REM, and up to about 15, 16. And, I'm working towards hacking, or should I say, here's a better term, bioharmonizing, right, towards, because hacking just sounds like you're trying to short circuit something. That kind of makes it sound unhealthy. No, not looking to, that's not the intent. So, last night, really interesting. I absolutely smashed my sleep. And for those that are in the, biohacking arena, right, so it's the bioharmonizing arena, there is, I was going to say, occupied messages then. You'll get a sleep score and HRV scores, right, for your recovery HRV, your heart rate variability overnight, how the body is handling, cleaning up, de-stressing, detoxing, recovering, etc. And so I got about, 20, it's close to 20, it was 19 or 20% in my REM last night. No, hang on, whoa. No, I was 26% REM sleep. I just don't usually do those numbers. And I've only ever done those numbers once without the Healy, but I'm doing them more with the Healy device. And just hold. Don't have enough data yet to say this is definitely a trend and I believe it, right, yet, if I'm looking at it from a scientific point of view. But, my deep was low at around 18%. Now, my Oura Ring and the algorithm that they use, whatever that is, will still give me a green saying it was okay, my deep sleep. And I've been getting a lot of deep sleep. But we flip-sided last night. I can't recall ever seeing that happen. Now, here's the difference of what I did last night. On my Healy device, they also have a program called Sleep Balance, which is an interesting descriptor to put on sleep, because it's almost like it rebalanced my sleep, teetering it like the other way. And so I'm wondering, That's interesting. So I'm going to run it again tonight. Before I go to sleep, I've got little probes, I plug it in. So I wasn't doing it from it transmitting the frequency via, a quantum delivery method or, being proximate for frequency. It was doing it with the probe stuck on my wrists, right, that can plug into it. Now, that was really interesting. Here's the qualitative stuff. On Sunday, I ran a number of different programs, and I'm running their base piece of response program called the Gold program. It's like 144,000 different frequencies in the 6 or 7 programs, 7 I think I have, in the Gold cycle. And we're doing a bit of a team test this week, a bit of a team challenge on that. So I'm running that every morning. But on Sunday, I felt just emotionally, I felt damn good. I felt like really good. In fact, I even mentioned I had coffee with my mother yesterday, and I said, Sunday, I felt really, really good. Just this feeling of feeling coherent, balanced, connected, and just feeling good in my skin. And I haven't felt that good for as long as I can remember, actually. It was really, really weird. So this is the first kind of week of really getting into using this device, and I'm already seeing and feeling things that are different from the past, these sort of like outlier results. So let's see how we continue on here and what comes about. I've got to learn how to use it better, properly, and seeing which programs are better suited to me, of course. So we're going through that bumping around phase, but it's very, very interesting. I've also got a podcast I'm listening to at the moment. It's 3 hours long. It's big, but it's all about EMF and frequencies and harmful frequencies and so on, and ones that I think are good for you as well. And so I'll be sharing that out for people to get educated properly on frequency, because I continually get asked about devices on the wrist and the Oura Ring. Even though the Oura Ring, you can switch it off into airplane mode, so it's not Bluetoothing, and then it'll Bluetooth when you switch it back on. It'll download all the data. And this is actually the Healy watch, which I'm playing with at the moment as well. And they have some HRV scores. Oh, the HRV scores. Last 2 months, my HRV was down. I had a very tight hip. I think I might have had some emotional stuff going on around lower back. It tends to be typical of my biotype to have lower back issues, but muscular, right? Tight, very tight in my right hip. I have been for as long as I can remember. And I've been doing some energy stuff around, acupuncture and now kinesiology, and I've had some Reiki in the past as well, right? All for that one issue. And I got to say, my right hip pain's gone, ski out of here, and so that's been interesting as I play with other frequency or energy methods of health and wellness as well. So that's it, guys. Just want to report in. I'm going to leave that with Claire. What have we got here? I've been wondering about my sleep balance. I'm often maxing out on deep, but not REM. Could be typical of our biotype as well, I'm thinking, Claire, with us both being the same sort of ecto-meso morphs. Also challenged to keep up my Crusader Chrono in check with it and not lose REM by getting up too early. So true. And it's consistency. Here's the other thing I did different last night. Thanks, Claire. Is that I went to sleep. I've been getting to sleep. I'm supposed to be 9:15 p.m. to 10 p.m. tends to be my band according to my Oura Ring. And I've been wearing my Oura Ring for 1.5 years now. And I've just got energy at night more than maybe the typical Crusader. I don't know. Been a bit tired last night. Gave the brain a good workout. And I know that I was thumping it a bit in beta frequency, which is the getting things done, and that can also be correlated to, too much activity in your beta band can connect to your HPA axis, so your hypothalamus, pituitary, adrenal axis, which then kicks off cortisol, You don't want to be doing that too often. Same with endurance. I'll keep my heart rate down at 180 minus my age, which is supposed to be below the cortisol limit, right? Or a zone 2 if you're into training. And going longer in that, so you're not pumping cortisol in the system. But where was I going with this? Beta. So my HRV, is that where I was? Heart rate variability has increased about 60-70%. Now, your sleep situation, I would say, is to do with you getting up early, because you'll notice you've got an Oura ring, Claire. I can't remember if you do, but you will be cutting off your REM by waking up that time. So I've been going to sleep. So as I look back now and remember, I went to sleep last night, 9:30 p.m., 9:45, done. The other nights tend to be 10:15 to 10:30. So I've pulled back, and I'm now going to make an experiment too of getting asleep at 9:15. I got about 7.5 hours sleep last night, so I didn't cut the REM window. Interestingly, the biggest band of REM I had was right up until I woke. I was in REM sleep. And I woke twice last night from dreams. That's what was unusual as well. Now, I wouldn't say that's to do with the time I went to sleep. I got a feeling that's to do with the frequency program I ran on the Healy last night, the sleep balance one. All right, so there's some information for you. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for the questions, Claire, and we'll catch you on the next Better Tune In. Bye, guys.